Fannin County Sheriff Mark Johnson tells me this is the home where 3 years ago in 2017, 3 men stormed in, assaulted Gina Jones, and shot Johnny Jones in the head. And tuned in to the newscast for the past couple of weeks, we've seen days where the health department has reported upward of 30 new COVID cases a day. Right through these doors, U.S. Representative August Pfluger is hosting a town hall to speak with and hear from the constituents in San Angelo. Now, his big focuses are the border, natural gas, and taxes. Governor Kevin Stitt said he wanted to get out of the Capitol and into businesses like Fenton Ford and see how this relief money really helped them. Aaron Dennison is finally ready to open its doors with a bunch of fun for the whole family. And if you're bold, you can even do the Skyrider. The opening of Urban Air completes a plan that's been in the works for over 20 years. A plan that creates a place to live, a place to have fun, and a place to work. With that, the Crockett County Sheriff's Office, along with DPS, has uncovered human smuggling attempts on 2 other separate but recent occasions. We're told several hundred people made their way out in support of the families of Deputy Samuel Leonard and Sergeant Stephen Jones. And attendees say they wouldn't expect anything less, and a tighter ban on critical race theory in the classroom. But even with some bipartisan bills making it to the finish line, Mackailyn reports on recent polling showing Texans are still not satisfied. After long contract battles, the owners were looking to at least sell their arcade and other games inside, but weekend vandals didn't leave a game untouched. And the idea for that organization started right here in Texas 14 years ago with just one Fort Hood troop. But one troop grew to 100, to a couple hundred, to 15,000. And now she's looking for the help of people all over to make a worldwide impact. An immigrant can legally come to the United States, as well as one Harlingen, Texas mother who has had 3 children go through that very process. A billionaire plans to build a $400 billion city in the desert, and Texas is being considered, and overseas buyers are snapping up Texas real estate. But after meeting with the San Angelo Chamber of Commerce, I found out that it's true. The city is doing really well with businesses of all industries wanting to come here and set up shop, which I'm told is due to San Angelo being dealt a better hand than most cities during the pandemic. There was some heavy wind coming into work today. Yes. Any chances of a storm rolling in too for Labor Day? We're not getting the worst of Hurricane Ida, but can we expect some rain going into our work week?
Happy 4th. Happy 4th. Enjoy your time here. Have fun. Have a lot of fun. Have as much fun as you can. Exactly.
And that's exactly what the crowd at Lake Nasworthy did.
We barbecue and we just hang out and enjoy our family. A lot of the kids are in the water having fun.
Everyone's just trying to get out. They're trying to have fun. Kind of put the pandemic behind them and just have a good time.
The celebrations have an extra meaning this go around. People telling us the 4th of July feels like the first major holiday with pandemic restrictions lifted.
Smothered with these COVID restrictions, haven't been able to go out and do anything, wear masks or whatever. Like now that we've had this lifted and just things are back to normal, and it's such a relief.
Everybody from last year has just kind of been on edge, and so to be able to get out and enjoy time with our friends and like the people that we call family has been, I mean, it feels amazing.
For the service members celebrating Independence Day, it's special to feel the support from their community.
If you say, oh yeah, I'm military, we're stationed here, everybody's like, oh my God, tell me more, tell us about it.
For Navy veteran Sarah Lewis, these celebrations remind her of the time she couldn't be home for the holiday.
4th of July, the USS Abraham Lincoln, and they shot some artillery off and everything, so, I mean, it was great, but it's great to be home too.
Each of the lake goers have their favorite part of the day. For some,
the water, the heat, or the fireworks.
Fireworks. Super excited for the fireworks.
Yes,
really excited to see that. I haven't seen fireworks personally for like 2 or 3 years, so it's really exciting.
And for others, it's the people.
I guess that's the best part about it. Watching everybody else have fun, us having fun. It's a great time.
The feeling is there's still work to be done. I spoke with the president of the San Angelo NAACP. She tells me the road to this 1-year mark has been a long one for the African-American community and for the organization, saying on this day their vision statement of doing the necessary work is more true than ever. Exactly 1 year ago on May 25th, George Floyd's death was broadcasted across social media platforms.
Witnessing somebody die like that and knowing that it was real, it wasn't a movie, that's very difficult for anybody.
The president of the San Angelo NAACP, Shirley L. Spears, says when she saw the video, she was hurt, however not shocked. Hurt in that after growing up during the civil rights era, things felt too similar.
Across this country, it's like, are we still here? And this is 2021, and are we still at the same place?
That feeling of hurt for Spears was shared with millions across the country, where marches and protests took action, even here in San Angelo. Some protests across Texas, though, according to Spears, were conducted with cooperation and teamwork from community members and police departments, something she wishes was mirrored in the Concho Valley.
When I go to these different events and then they're like, well, what are you all doing in San Angelo? I'm like, I can't even get an audience to have the discussion. And so from that respect, we're at the same space.
The key word, discussion. That's what Spears tells us is crucial in order to enact real change, and something she says local law enforcement can't be exempt from. Discussions centered around policing and having a proactive plan.
We had a topic in America, how can the police police the police? And we want to have that conversation with our police department and our chief of police so that we can be proactive. And we want to understand what the policies are.
While Spears tells us a discussion has been hard to come by locally in the past year and for the years to come, the San Angelo NAACP continues to move through their vision statement of doing the necessary work.
Whether it's with voter registration to get people more involved, whether it's being involved with city council and looking at the decisions that the city leadership makes, whether it's being more involved with looking at what our state representative and our state senator, what is it that they're doing? Are they listening to the constituency?
Shirley Spears tells me another part of their vision statement of doing the necessary work is to make sure George Floyd isn't reduced to that one event. They will do the necessary work to bring more to his legacy. Live in studio, Mackailyn Johnson, KSAN News.
Art is somehow a part of a lot of different things that are happening in San Angelo.
Governor Greg Abbott made the designation of San Angelo being the visual arts capital of Texas Monday night. Diane Bays, who submitted the proper work to Representative Drew Darby and Senator Charles Perry, says this all started when she saw many other Texas cities with different designations and wanted one for San Angelo.
We are blessed to have the visual arts in our community that we do, and we hope that the citizens and visitors will take advantage of going out and seeing those things and appreciating what they mean.
Up until pen hit paper in the state capitol, Bays says it was a waiting game, and once it passed Congress, she checked on its status every day.
I was elated and looked so forward to telling all of those who supported us in our arts.
And those arts have been a part of San Angelo's history for decades, such as the Chicken Farm Arts Center, which has nurtured the talents of artists like Casey Dilworth since the early 70s.
This year we're celebrating 50 years. And some people in the community and some of our artists even, they remember, they've been here that whole time.
For Alejandro Castañon, when he came to San Angelo 10 years ago, he just sort of fell into the art scene. Throughout that decade, he's even opened an art gallery. He credits success to the acceptance within the art community.
So that was kind of my experience here, was just like welcoming. Everybody was just ready to get involved and do something.
Becoming the visual arts capital of Texas is more than just a title for Castañon and Dilworth. It's validation and inspiration.
Doing shows and just trying to put the arts in front of the community and get those things to kind of marry each other. It's just validation for all that hard work.
A little bit motivating to have that too. So it's part of that validation too. It's like, now I've got to make art. Now I've got to prove that we are this. Now I've got some fire under my butt.
And as for what's next,
I think after 10 years, we're going to re-up, and I have no doubt that San Angelo is going to get the same designation again.
Reporting in the visual arts capital of Texas, I'm Mackailyn Johnson, KSAN News.